Hey everybody, it's Steph the Old World Gamer here with Scott Devin Kane, Queasy, and Ringtail Randall.
Hi.
And this is, I guess, our first quote unquote podcast, but we're going to be more or less just having conversations about, I guess, well, the topic will be there, the first topic being the YouTube Let's Play community, which that's a pretty vast topic as it is, anyways, so.
Add in some quotations to community.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, see, there you go. We're adding to how we feel about it already. So, but yeah, all of us, other than Queasy, have been part of the Let's Play community, and we're all pretty much ending up in the same place where we're just not happy with doing Let's Plays anymore. And the reason Queasy's here is because he is actually a viewer. He watches. A lot of YouTube videos as well, so it's nice to get a viewer's opinion on where they think that the community is going as well. So,
I think we should start over, like, why we feel right now that we even have to be on the subject, like, as to why we feel that the community of Let's Players who less than 24 months ago seem to have been in this state where we're heading into this community of, like, amazing people, and we have, this person and that person. Oh, we're cool, we're gonna let's play, we're gonna do this. We get in, people are watching videos left and right. Okay, this is neat. And now we're at this point here, we're halfway through 2014, and it seems that, like Randall said in the opening, community is gone. It is literally, it seems over the course of, like, even, like, maybe just the last 6 months of this year, that the community of the Let's Players has just disappeared.
yeah, it's vanished.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone just kind of
you have your pocket niches of people who have like forums where you have those handful of people, but that handful of people only watch themselves and those people, and unless you're actually active on there all the time, they're probably not going to be watching your stuff. At least that's what I've come to realize, anyways. And I don't think that you should have to frequent a forum in order to get views. I think that your videos should stand for themselves, and that if people still like watching Let's Plays, that they should just want to watch them, not just, for just because you know the person. It shouldn't be because of that. It should be because you enjoy what they're doing.
Right.
yeah, a
But,
friend should not be subscribing to their channel's videos and giving them views to be a friend.
Exactly.
Like, if you're genuinely interested in their content you want to watch, then that's what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's probably appropriate to say that myself, Ringtail Randall, and Stefan, a Wool Gamer here, have been in a quote-unquote LP community group that helped the community.
Yeah,
If
we've
anyone
been in
was-
a couple together, actually, because we were in the Once Upon a Time Fellowship of Players, which turned to Faction of Players, and we were both in Vega.com, which
Yeah.
that had to close for, well, that's for other reasons, but that's besides the point. We were both in community groups like that before, and where are they now? There is
One
none
of
of
them's
those groups
gone.
exist.
They're pretty much dead. Like, Faction/Fellowship of Players was like a kind of a featurette kind of thing, to where it would pick a featured LP every week, every couple weeks. I don't remember how far it went. This is like a year and a half ago. This is back when I started LPing,
Yeah.
which I've been LPing for about 2.25 years now. I don't even know. But yeah, I it's probably a good thing to say too that the three of us who LP or who have LP'd is probably a better term to say at this point, have been doing it for, I don't know, Scott, you probably started the most recent of us all, and you've been doing it for at least a year and a half, right?
No, I think I started back in 2011. Actually, I'm going to pull it up right now to tell you exactly. I'm pretty sure I just recently hit my 3rd year mark.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, your channel's actually older than mine.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a
mine
while
is the
ago.
baby.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it gets to a point. The reason why, like, for most of us wanted to stop with the whole Let's Playing thing is because, as we said, the views. Like, for myself, I have over 600 subscribers. You put quotes around those subscribers because I think most of them are people who don't even come to YouTube anymore. It's just old from, like, a year ago when people were actually around. And now
Agreed.
those people are gone, I'm not getting any views hardly whatsoever. Instead of getting anywhere close to 600, anywhere close to even 100, I'm only getting maybe 20 if I'm lucky. And I know that people say, well, you shouldn't be in it for the views, you should be in it for yourself. I am in it for myself. I have several channels for myself, but, you know, if you come on YouTube and you say that you don't want to make money, there's a host of other platforms you can put your stuff on. You don't have to worry about copyrights, you don't have to worry about ads, you don't have to worry about anything. You can do it all for yourself.
Right.
So, meaning, don't try to pull the bullshit over anybody else's eyes saying that you don't care about money and trying to make it big on YouTube, because you're full of shit, plain and simple. And if you disagree with that, I really don't care.
Right. Because, I mean, at first, when I got my channel partnered, I had to laugh. My channel's got partnered. I've made, like, what, $7 ever since I got partnered?
High five.
But I mean, at first it was for the copyright protection, but I was one of those people too that Stefan says, like, I was like, oh, I'd do it for this and this and that, and if I ever make money, it's going to go back toward the hobby. Well, I hope I have a game that I want to play that's worth $7, because then it can go back to the hobby. But other than that, it's true. I mean, like, if you really only care for the experience, and you look at the stats of having, like, 1 view, 2 views. If you're lucky like me, very rarely you'll get 30, and then that's like the high peak. That's like the very high peak right now lately. And I haven't even seen that. Like,
Nope.
to know viewer retention and quality, you have to at least sort of pay attention to the views. Some people are incredibly lucky with YouTube. They're a girl, they appeal to a group of people at a time, or a loyal fan base, or they did something different.
Like Pokemon.
Oh.
So many people who do Pokemon, and a lot of people out there who only stick to one type of game because they know that that's going to work and that there is that fan base there for it.
And strangely enough, some people who, it's harsh to say, some people who probably don't deserve to be in that position, based on doing little to no editing or this and that, blah blah blah, have gotten successful via that method.
Yep.
Yeah, this was something that I was actually discussing with Queasy before we ever even went onto the podcast. Is that I'm not going to throw in any names, but you know, I go through the effort of making these videos to try to be, you know, I try to be myself, and I try to be funny, you know, when I do these videos. And I'm playing the games that people want to see, you know. I mean, that was the point of my channel. You know, the point of my channel was, hey, I'm going to ask you guys what you want to see. You know, pick a game for me, and then I'll play that game. You know, sometimes there were certain guys, you know, I'm not going to mention any names here, who would pick games that would... Renegade. Okay, we're going to... Okay? We'll just go there.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
But
That's what I thought too.
But, you know, so I go through the effort of playing these games that people want to see, you know, okay, cool. So then I go through the effort of the editing and the playing of the game and trying to be funny, making sure that you say, you at least do your best to make a very good video. You publish it, and, you know, you wait for the views, and the views don't come. And then you're looking at your subscriptions, and you're like, this person has 30, 40, 50 views, but I can't watch these videos because, one, I can't stand listening to the person. The way that they talk, they're like monotone, or they talk too much, or they say too little. And then when they play poorly, or it's like safe state abuse, which is like something
That's
that
like
I did my absolute best to avoid. Because the best part of watching one of these things is to see what happens as you're attempting to play this game. If you're just going to save state abuse, what the hell is the point in playing it?
Unless it's like a ROM hack, which is supposed to encourage it, but then that's not a ROM hack. This is an
Like
actual
what, Kaizo
game.
Mario?
Right.
or something?
This is that's a different story. I mean, I'll say throughout my entire, you know, gaming history that I had, I think I only ever abused save state, or save state abused on one series of game. And I think you guys can agree, you can forgive me, it was Ninja Gaiden.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Ninja
So then-
Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Ha! But, so, publish these movies, and here I'm getting 1 view, 2 view, 1 view. Yeah, okay. Whatever. But then, here's this person over here, of which I know puts 25% of the effort into the gaming that I put into it. Their movie quality is horrible, listening to them talk makes me want to gouge my ears out with an ice pick. And yet, there's the views. They have just a tiny little bit more subscribers than I do, but they have like 1,000% more views on their videos. What am I doing wrong? You know, this is what's made it very difficult for me to like sit down at my computer and go, do I want to record this? Because I know I'm going to go through the next 3 hours of putting in the effort of making this video to know that one person's going to watch it, while this guy is going to put in 40 minutes of effort and have 1,000% more doing it, or 1,000% more views. So it's like, while I love putting out content for people to see, I don't feel that people are seeing it.
It's almost like you should put much more effort over a longer period of time into something else, which is kind of, that's in the future. But like, I can see the video comments now already. It's like, what are these people doing complaining about this shit? They're Let's Players. It's the McDonald's of YouTube. It's true. Everybody does it.
Of course.
Because it's the easiest thing to break in on.
Yes. It's so dwarfed. It's really crazy how many people do it these days. But then you've got people who have status from something else. One of the most notorious examples being the Game Grumps. At the time when JonTron was in, he was a video game reviewer. And Aaron Egoraptor's still in it. He is an animator who's been animating since he was in his mid-teens.
Yeah, Egoraptor.
And now you've got Danny Sexbang, who is Ninja Sex Party. So they have status, and they pretty much do the same thing. In fact, they put in less research. They don't even read the manuals or the instructions half the times. And they're just having fun as friends. And they're getting 6 digits reliably on just about every single video.
Well,
And they're successful. So, like, that's kind of the other thing, is that some people get status from something else, and then they go into Let's Playing, and then they can make something of it. Well, it's like the most of us, if not all of us here who have LP'd, have just kind of come out of nowhere.
Right.
Well, a lot of it, I think, has to do with just, like, personality. Like, not saying you guys aren't fun and interesting and all that, but, like, when... I haven't been playing with you guys a long time, but when we play, it's pretty much laid back. We joke around a little bit here and there, but we're pretty chill playing the game.
Yeah.
A lot of these people, like Egoraptor and JonTron and all those kinds of guys, they all have these, like, big, out-of-this-world personalities because they're, you know, acting. People are picking up on that. I mean, I don't know that they're actually acting. Maybe they're just like that. But, you know, that's who's interesting. I mean, they don't have boring people on Saturday Night Live. Not saying we're boring.
Debatably.
Boring.
But,
But you can play up your personal characteristics a lot easier if you have an audience and know that you're going to have an audience that's going to like it as well.
yes, stability.
I mean, Egoraptor himself, wasn't he on that PlayStation reality TV show thing, The Tester
Yeah.
or something?
He was. He actually won both of those contests he was in.
Oh my! Oh, there you go. See, that's
His-
how little
his
I
fan
know
base,
about
yeah.
it. Jesus.
Loyal fan base.
See,
Well, that's surprising. He's been around for, what, 20 years at this point?
He's
Yeah.
been around for quite a while. I mean, I think he originated on, you know, what?
Oh, Newgrounds.
Newgrounds?
yeah, I would imagine.
And,
Before they had a voting system.
I mean, like, he's super popular with, like, his awesome videos, which just went from this and then to that. And then one day, him and JonTron are like, let's do Let's Plays, and boom, billions of people and quadrillions views and blah, blah, blah.
And now they're on with the biggest network in YouTube for
Right.
gaming, which is
there you go.
Polaris.
Right. So, like he's saying, you know, trying to put forth a video with your own personality, because you feel that when you're playing games, you want to be yourself, and you want to, you know, put out something that's like, this is what I would do normally, so this is the kind of guy that I am. But when you know, using Game Grumps as an example, and like Queasy was saying, we're not 100% sure that the way that they're playing is genuine to what, like, if we went over to their place, like, hey, let's load up Smash and play, would they be like that, you know?
Well,
It's because you're looking at it from, like you said, or like OWG said, regardless of what you're doing it for, you're in it to try and make it big.
Yes.
They're, I'm not saying
Already
that
big.
more effort. Well, true. Some of them are already big, but you take people like Matt and Pat. Right now, they work with Machinima, and they were nobody before that. Machinima picked them up because they were interesting. They thought they could do something with them. So they picked them up, and now I don't know if they're huge, but I know I watch them.
Well,
Yeah, I do too.
look at Game Grumps right now. Look at their stats and how much they've dropped over the past couple of months.
Yeah,
They've
they-
lost the amount of
That
views
might have been
they
a
used to
fan
get.
base issue with Drontron leaving, though.
But even
Yeah.
so, they got that back pretty quick with Danny because he had, his whole Ninja Sex Bang. Plus, you had, what's his name? Ross came over, and I'm sure they all had their own channels as well. Besides that, so I mean, they had a bunch of loyal fan base coming with them regardless. But they made their views over those few months, and then like everybody else who plays games, they started to gradually drop as well. Like if you go and look at their stats right now, like they're slowly dropping again.
Yeah. Might be because people actually want to go outside. No, that's not
Well,
true.
yeah.
It's
I
not at
guess
all.
the summer is coming, so I guess people could want to go outside. But you know what I mean?
Not-
Like it's just even if they're suffering, then obviously there's something going on with the gaming community that people just aren't as interested in old school gaming. I mean, I hope not because that's a sad day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
could be the truth.
I mean, look at the things that they've played recently. I mean, look at let's see what they've played. What like Survivor? They're playing Shadow the Hedgehog.
They're
They're playing
playing,
Dokapon
Dokapon
Kingdom right now.
That's a good
But they're
one.
playing a lot of games that people don't normally play.
Right,
Yeah.
and then and they're playing VIP, like the Pamela Anderson TV show
That was
video
pretty
game
bad.
thing. Blah blah
Oh
blah.
god.
They didn't cut out the white.
Right.
That-
So go back just a tiny little bit and look at how many views they got when they were playing retro games like Mega Man 3. They're not getting even close to as many views
Nope.
as playing Survivor. I mean, their Mega Man 2 or the Mega Man 3 finale has 100,000 less views than Survivor.
Because it's a one-off, right?
Right.
Survivor?
Survivor was, yeah.
Well,
So
it also fits their personality. They're taking this crappy game and probably shooting it down the entire time.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they did.
And people love that. It's, conflict, sort of. It's like, oh, we have to deal with this crap, and we're already hilarious, so, there's that.
Let's do
Nope.
it.
It fits their thing. If you take people who are kind of funny and you put them in a situation where they don't want to be there, really, they're going to be funnier because they're also in pain.
Right.
Yes.
Like, it's a good combination for that sort of thing.
So to change the subject up a little bit here, how do we fix this? How do we fix what we're doing to try to make it like what they're doing? Is there a way to do it?
Probably get known in a different niche, and then once you have it, come back to it, and you'll have a fan base to come with you, I suppose.
Well, you got
That's the way I've chalked the math up to, anyway.
you got to do something kind of original at first.
Yeah.
Because, like, anybody can play video games and get on YouTube.
Yeah.
You said that.
You have to be unique.
You took Ego Raptor, and like you said, he made the awesome videos and stuff like that. And then he started doing, I guess, assorted other stuff. And then he did Game Grumps, and now he has a CD out.
Yep.
He's reaching out in like 100 different directions and seeing what he can get. And like that's what you got to do. It's a crapshoot,
Mm-hmm.
Throw stuff out everywhere and see what you get back.
There's a reason why I have more than one channel.
Yep.
I'm trying my best.
Well,
But-
I'll tell you what, when you make a hardcore gangster rap CD,
Oh god.
Aaron
God.
did rap a lot in that CD, to be
sit
fair.
back, box,
Yes, he did.
and,
I like how this all like turned into Game Grumps really fucking fast.
That's
but
because
it's
we're
like
all
a
Game Grumps
example.
fans.
Well, I
Yes.
think
Rightly
it's just
so.
because they're the best examples right now of like a gaming like a let's play community or whatever that has a lot of views that's familiar to a lot of people.
Yes, that's
You know.
the best pivot that we could think of.
I think like familiar to all of us because when it comes to like those LPers, he who shall not be named,
Mhm.
that guy. Who
2
I'm
words
talking
in name rhyme.
Yeah, that guy. I don't watch him
Yep.
because
neither do
I think he's too over the top. I think I don't know.
I think it's stupid.
Thank you.
I was just saying what we're all thinking. You can all.
I was trying not to go there.
I've never
But-
seen a single thing of his, so I have no idea.
I've
Really?
seen a few things of his, and I absolutely, positively despise it.
The only reason I know anything about him is because Game Theory did a video on it.
Yep.
Yeah, about what made him so
Also,
popular.
for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to go ahead and plug Game Theory.
Do they need more plugging?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're over 1 million views or 1 million subscribers at this
Yeah,
point.
they're- on my alternate Minecraft channel, they are one of the suggested ones. I think they're at least at 2 million. They better be at 2 million.
I'm pretty sure they are.
That's, another group that reaches out and does a whole bunch of different things. They've got that whole history thing, and it's
They've
not
got the guys in Goomba and all sorts of stuff. Like they cover different things.
Yeah. You can't play games. You gotta live and breathe games.
Do it.
I
2.2 million. There you go.
Jesus. But yeah, I don't think that if you want to actually go somewhere on YouTube, Let's Playing is not the way to go. I mean, it's a nice place to start for the fact that if you do find the few people that's still Let's Playing, the few nice ones especially, they'll actually help you out and
And the
give
people
you
who will
good
actually
feedback on your
stick with it.
channel and how to make good videos and what software to use and what kind of settings to have and that kind of crap. There's people still out there who will do that. Very few and rare now, but there are still people who will do that. But that's only a start. That's only so you can get your video quality where it's due. But if you think that you're going to go and be the next Chugga Conroy or NCS or the next Game Grumps just because you think that me and my buddy get along, so we're going to high-five each other and record games, then you're sorely mistaken. It just does not happen because you want it to. You
No.
have to work the fuck out of it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty evident right now. I mean, it's just because because YouTube right now is just so saturated with like so many people that it's hard to get noticed because it's just everybody and their brother's doing it at this point. So you are one speck in the dust pile, and it's just you have to be just the diamond in the rough to make it there. And like Stefan
Or at
said,
least a
you just
pretty pebble.
right. So you have to put through like an amazing amount of effort. Just dedicate every moment of your life towards it. And even still then,
Luck has a lot to do with it.
right.
Yeah.
the right
lot-
the right people clicking on the right links.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So, if it's not apparent to everybody out there right now, if you haven't seen Scott's video, he's recently stopped Let's Playing. If you haven't realized by now, myself and Randy were actually going to be stopping Let's Playing pretty soon, within
Fairly
the next
soon.
couple of weeks. So, I'm limited on the Let's Plays that I'll be doing on my channel right now. I will be joining, I have joined another group and will be doing some Let's Plays over there. But it won't be as frequent as I did them on my own channel, but that's besides the point. But I guess the next thing we could talk about is where we want to head with our channels. I guess where we're going to move on from Let's Playing.
True.
Well, what I mean, like my video said that I'm just going to be retiring from the Let's Play part, but I'm going to be doing streams on Twitch for a while. Just
So, so you're kind of retiring, but moving to a different platform.
pretty much, because I feel that Twitch is the next platform. I feel, every time I go over there, I could just head over to Twitch right now and be like, okay, I want to look up this game. I want to watch League of Legends, and I can see hundreds upon hundreds of channels with hundreds and hundreds of viewers who are all watching the same thing. And I feel that that's where the Let's Play community has moved to.
Well, yeah, it feels like more of a community when you're in that sort of setting. Everybody's right there. Everybody's yelling at each other, getting heated. It's just more interesting that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and live.
Yeah, you can actually converse with your viewers instead of waiting for comments and being the person who's there just like, when is that comment going to come in? When's it going to come in? Come on, hurry up, give me that red digit up in the top corner. And, you know, and then you find out that somebody liked your comment on a different video and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's all it was.
Why did you inform me for this shit?
God, I made a comment on a Jeopardy episode I watched 4 years ago. Why is it telling me this now?
Oh, it's so true, though.
It is
Fuck.
too true, and it hurts. Hug me, I'm scared.
And it only hurts because we care about it so much.
Yeah.
Because we know that little, when you get that little thing there, there's that little bell, like, oh, there's a 1 there. Somebody watched my video and was interested in it enough to comment on it. And that's, you know, it feels like you've actually accomplished something
Yeah.
with the effort you've put into it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's all anyone wants is to get appreciated for their videos anyways, really.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of people will just, like, shoot you down, not realizing that not everyone just sits there and is like, I'm gonna scream at amnesia now, here we do! But,
I'm glad that that's where you went with that, because
yes.
that's exactly what I was talking about
Oh,
when it came
God.
to he who shall not be named.
Yes, if you don't know who we're talking about, you're a fucking idiot, and I love you. But,
Put it this way, think large digits.
yeah,
Maybe
think
some
27
maybe some
million?
of the largest digits.
Is it 27 million now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
27
27?
million.
No.
27 million.
Now, at the same time, one of his videos, I watched one yesterday, and it only had about 1.5 million.
Yep.
So again, it makes you wonder, like, where are these 27 million people? Like, you think at the very least you get a several million, like 2 or 3 or 4, 5 million, right? But 1.5 just still doesn't seem like a lot when you have 27.
Million.
Well, but
Million.
how long has the video been up?
For a couple days, like 2 days.
It might take time.
Yeah, it could be legacy views that people get too, so.
Because that's how I gain any views, is I finish something and I post it on a nice walkthrough site called GameAnyone.com, and then the views just come from there.
Indeed.
If anything, my views lately have been almost completely coming from people who check those out.
Yeah, a lot of mine come from there as well, actually.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I did when I was when I actually had internet connection and I could stream. I would put up stream and I'd tell my friends and I'd have like 4 or 5 people watching, whatever. Be like, man, there isn't enough going on. So then I'd go over to 4chan and I'd drop it in there and say, hey, I'm playing this. Come tell me how much I suck. And the next thing I know, I've got 50, 60 people in my stream watching me play this game. And like, you expect them to be huge douchebags, but then like, if you're not a douchebag yourself, it's actually a decent community sometimes.
You hope you don't get the 12-year-olds.
Crapshoot.
Hit or
Right.
miss.
I mean, that's fun though, because
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna get.
Streaming's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
What about if the box of chocolates is like a pot of gold or something, like where you get the little menu inside, and you know exactly what you're gonna get?
Well, that's
Where the
cheap.
fuck do you find these?
That's like reading the walkthrough on the first play.
Yeah, exactly. It's a walkthrough for your chocolates.
Take this direction and eat this chocolate in this order, else you're going to eat a steaming pile of dog-filled food.
Oh, no one wants that.
With a grass topping.
So yeah, it does seem like a lot of people are moving to the streaming platform, and
Like, even you and I, Stefan, like, the Let's Playing isn't going to completely die, because you and I have, I want to say sandbox channels, but right now they're, like, functioning Minecraft channels.
yes.
So, it's kind of funny that we're complaining and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Well, people are going to say it's complaining, but these are legitimate,
Complaints.
gripes.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes. They're legitimately exactly what I said. But, like, it's gonna continue. It's gonna live on somehow. Because, like, if you love video games, it's not just like you watch someone say, play a video game and be like, oh, I love that character design. I'm gonna draw fan art forever. And there are people that exist like that. I'm not poking any fun of you. I'm just saying that most people on the YouTube and most people in general who like video games play video games.
Mhm.
But, like, You can't get away with that. Like, even Nostalgia Critic, who stopped reviewing for a while, and it was probably set up, but I love the guy, so... He stopped reviewing for a while, and then over time, he came back to it because he missed it, because he watched so many terrible movies he could say so much about.
Right.
It was hard to stay away. Like, this is like one of the first video editing things I've ever done. Kind of like the whole little tangent we had earlier about this is how you can learn video quality and stuff, blah, 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 blah. It should probably be the last channel you ever make, but if you want to get familiar with the basics of like video editing, it's a good ride. I've learned a lot. I really have, just with the basic editing and editing out noise cancellation, all sorts of things, man. It also taught me that when you're networking, if you're networking to a community who goes quickly as the wind, you'll be in the same situation as me, where you'll have 450 something subscribers and only be getting probably about, bless you, 12 views maximum per video if you're lucky.
Right.
Sad day.
Indeed.
Sad day.
But yeah, I guess. And Randy, you want to talk about what? I guess what direction you're going to be going with your channel?
Me?
Yeah.
I can do. But, oh shit, why do I have this? Sorry, I'm playing Minecraft in the background while we're talking. But, like I said, if you love playing video games, you're gonna be playing video games.
Yeah.
But, with me, I had this little plan with the tie-in with my Let's Plays. I was gonna LP the game and then do kind of a stylized video game review on it with the humor mixed in. I'm going to try to incorporate my other skills I have into it, like I can make artwork, I'm trained to voice act a bit. I've got friends who have been interested in appearing and stuff like this, and they also do some minor artwork stuff. I've been really interested in like doing some video game reviews, because I find that if you can get people talking about something and heated in discussion, that they'll keep coming back and checking to see how it's doing and see if the points are valid. And maybe you'll introduce a game to someone else that they might want to play without playing the entire game in front of them. Because if you play an entire game in front of someone that hasn't played it before and they just watched you beat it, what amount of merit is it going to have? Like, oh, I know the ending. I know how this game goes. I just kind of backseat played a game. I'm proud of myself. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I was also thinking about making sort of a little... I told Steph about this idea. About, like, having sort of a... It's kind of a let's... It's like more... It's kind of a let's play race kind of thing, except with removing the competition. And just having it, like, mostly reaction-based. Like, it would be a game none of us have played before, only heard of. Depending on the game, there would be certain terms set. So if it was a difficult game, we would probably be game genieing some infinite lives in there.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering with the extra side of tears, but something like that. I'm still working out the fine points, and I've framed some shots. I've tested my equipment on my channel for the video reviewing. So that's kind of why my channel's come to a halt. I've been trying to get some stuff onto it, but I don't really feel as tempted because, like, I know I got screwed by Dark Souls 2. I was LPing Dark Souls and it was doing pretty good for a while. But as soon as it came out, blip, 4 views, 5 views. I'm like, whoa, I need a little break from this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to pass the torch to anyone else who wants to go on with what they're going to be doing.
Well, I guess for myself, I'm going to be doing more or less the same type of thing. I will be doing game reviews, but I'll be doing a lot of, like, live, I guess, commentary and skits and stuff, so, like, I'll be actually on video. I might try and create a personality. I'm not 100% sure yet. More or less along the lines of miniseries and stuff. I'm going to continue with still reviewing indie games. I'm going to be doing arcade games on a monthly basis as well. And actually, I might as well say it on this one. My next arcade game that I'm going to be doing is Altered Beast. So I'm going to see how many quarters it's going to cost me to get through that game.
Wise from your grave.
Indeed.
Never give up.
That should be a lot of fun.
It sounds like it's a fun.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I don't know. I've been getting really sick of Let's Playing, and
Yeah.
I agree with Scott's direction as well for, I guess, playing games just in general. At least if you're streaming them, you're playing them as you want to play them, when you want to play them, however you want to play them. You don't got to worry about any restrictions. You don't have to worry about rendering and bullshit or anything like that. It's just
And,
whoever can come will be there, and you just get to enjoy the game and interact if people are there to watch it.
Oh, Stefan, you would understand rendering bullshit after today, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes. I've rendered a vlog 4 times today because the Sony Vegas decided that the footage from my Sony phone was not good enough and decided, no, that's not the way that that video was taken. It was taken on its side. And I'm saying, no, it's not. And saying, okay, fine, you cropped it and fixed it. But now that you render, here's a black video. Ta-da!
Have fun!
3 times.
Yeah, and now he went back to...
I'd use
Camtasia.
Camtasia to do a full render of it so I can go to edit it. And I know I could have done the editing in Camtasia, but I'm just, no, I don't want to.
Whatever, yeah.
Right.
But anyways,
go on.
yeah. So I can see how streaming could be a lot more fun. Plus, like you said, the interaction, just being able to talk to people, is just much better than waiting for the interaction or hoping for the interaction.
Yeah.
Please hold me, I'm cold.
Yeah. And it helps to get into betas, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing, I've been waiting on this game Star Citizen for about 2 years now. It's probably got another 2 years in production. But once it comes out, I'm going to have probably about a 6 month advance on playing it. So I was planning on streaming that, seeing if I can make that go somewhere.
Be careful about NDAs.
The people who are doing it are very open to streamers.
Okay.
Okay.
They actually give like bonuses and things to people who they like. So
Hmm. That actually reminded me, I got approached by another game developer to look at one of their indie games. I should ask him about streaming instead. Although that would be direct recording for the next indie game source, so... Anyways. So yeah, and I guess, Dan, what are your views on, how do you feel about what Let's Players should do, or like what do you look for when you're watching videos at all, or
when I'm watching a Let's Play,
or any trends at all, even like what do you see trending right now in regards to, like, I guess people who Let's Play or did Let's Play or something?
well, there's a handful of people I watch. There's one person I watch who I just find is entertaining.
Mhm.
Probably everybody's heard of him. Deceased Crab.
Yes! Thank you!
Yep.
I just find him entertaining.
Yep.
And then most of the other stuff that I watch is like I said, Matt and Pat. I find the way they get angry at everything. Not everything, but a lot of things funny.
Yeah.
And, there's certain sub-fandoms that exist today that, I don't know, it's interesting when... I like, what the hell's it called? I don't want to call it pandering, but let's call it that. When people pander to, like, certain demographics, if I happen to be in one, I fall for it. And
Okay.
I like references to things.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't care if some guy makes a joke in one episode and then 10 episodes later make the same joke. It's going to get me every time. It's just
Hey,
that kind of
what?
stuff.
It's all about timing.
Yeah, it's all about timing. Any sort of, like, fourth wall breaking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then, like, it depends on the game. Like, that works with a lot of action-y stuff. But if I'm watching something like I've probably played about 700 hours of Fallout 3. But if I've got somebody who's, like, playing their character in character throughout the whole Let's Play, I'll watch it. Just because we're good writers.
Yeah.
So I like that kind of stuff.
Tried doing that with Skyrim. It's hard to do that, though.
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
Well, especially with games like... I'm not saying Skyrim was bad, but it was Skyrim.
It was Skyrim. Okay.
But, like... And I don't know. And then anything fast-paced is good. Like I said, I like watching World of Warcraft PvP streams, and I don't even play World of Warcraft anymore.
No. Yeah, I know how you feel about that kind of stuff. MMOs are kind of hit or miss anyways, really.
Yeah.
especially these days, because I was
Yeah.
addicted. I was addicted to one for about 10, 11 years, and I finally quit cold turkey.
Well, I mean,
I'm
there's
so
Yeah,
glad.
that.
so many of them.
Yes, and
It's
then
just
they
so
don't.
many bad ones.
They don't make them like
That's
they
the
used.
No. No, they,
That or-
don't.
That, or they made a content patch to a game that you loved, like, oh hey, life support, money, money, money.
Right.
That's what happened to mine. That was actually one of my better Let's Plays that were received much better too. That's really ironic. But moving on.
Well, I don't know. If you want to play a decent MMO, you can. It's pretty easy to find private servers for Ultima Online.
Yeah, but this is Final Fantasy XI, which had like a gateway that only Square Enix is allowed to use, so that was really ingenious of them, like fuckers.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, it does. But I mean, when you're in a certain world for 10 years, it's like, holy crap, I'm not 15 anymore. I'm 25. I gotta do shit.
Yeah,
It's
right.
okay.
Yeah, I know that feel. Trust me. Been there, done that
Done that.
for way too long.
I'm still gonna buy back into it when the next expansion comes out.
Jeez.
Gotta guess every single time.
Because
It's kinda funny,
you just want to know more about the story.
That's the way I play games like that. I get the game when the new expansion comes out. I pay for it for 3 months, and then once I've beaten everything in the expansion, I'm done.
Okay, bye.
Yep. I'm gonna drop it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you're technically still getting your money's worth, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Figure if I'm playing $45 for 120 hours of gameplay, I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic, but I think we've pretty much covered everything that I'm sure we could complain and more about everything else. And
I could complain and repeat myself about 20 times, but you don't want to hear that.
exactly. So I guess we'll end the podcast here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, we gave our opinions. It's not exactly, you might not feel the same way. By all means, leave a comment if you have the 5 seconds to do so. And by all means, if you have any topics or anything you want us to talk about or just want to hear about, then by all means, again, leave it down below.
We are rational adult beings. We can talk about most anything.
Indeed. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for another podcast, I hope. See ya.
Later.